Hey guys, long time no see on YouTube. I've just been really busy with starting a new job a couple months ago, and just was like getting into the rhythm of that. I'm going to be going back to school in literally like less than 20 days. And yeah, I've just been kind of busy, but I'm like, you know what, I miss filming, so why not? Today we're gonna film a get ready with me while we review a book, and that book is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Fredrik Backman. And this is just like seriously a new favorite book of all time, so can't wait to talk to you guys about it. Alright, so I just got out of the shower obviously, and I've been touching things, so I'm gonna go wash my hands before we put anything on our face. Okay, so let me run you guys through my morning routine while talking to you guys about My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. So the first thing I'm going to do is this Snail Rescue Blemish Busting Toner. This is actually my first time using it. I literally bought this months ago when I was having a breakout. It was a hormonal breakout. How annoying. Guess I was stressing out without realizing I was stressing. And I think I'm doing that again because my jaw is breaking out, and that's a breakout on my jaw when I'm stressing about something. Don't know what it is. So we're gonna be using this for the very first time. I do use this like benzoyl peroxide that my dermatologist prescribed me, and I think it's kind of been working, but then I'm like, is it actually? So I don't know. But anyways, My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry is about 7-year-old Elsa. By the way, guys, I'm gonna like tell you what the book is about and kind of give you like a general review, and then I will get into spoilers, so that'll probably be like half of this video where I'll do like the spoiler section of this book. So I'll just like let you guys know when that's happening, so you can like stop watching if you haven't read it yet, or keep watching if you have read it, so we can talk about it in the comments. So My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry is about 7-year-old Elsa, who is like genuinely like best friends with her grandma. Like her grandma like watches her, she's like with her grandma 24/7. They basically live in like this house, and it's like her grandma is there, and then it's like her mom, her stepdad, her mom's pregnant, and then you have like a bunch of like different neighbors with such different personalities. It's just like, it's insane, and I love it so much how different they all are from one another, and yet they just fit together like so well. So you have like Britt Marie and her husband, and like Britt Marie is like this like nagging old lady who they just like, everyone's like just so annoyed by her because she's always like talking and like complaining about something or judging someone. I do air quotes because you later get to know Britt Marie, and I actually love her. And she actually has a book, and I literally cannot wait to read it. Next up, I'm going to be using this Hydrating Eye Cream by First Aid Beauty. I love First Aid Beauty when it comes to hydrating stuff. Like if you're like me with severely dry skin, oh my god, I love First Aid Beauty. So yeah, so anyways, you have Britt Marie and her husband. And then you have Alf, but I love him, and he's like this like grumpy 60-year-old man. He drives a taxi and everything. So you have him there, and then you have the woman in the pencil skirt, and she's like, always like nobody really knows anything about her besides like she's kind of a drunk. And she just like is always like very business-like. And then who else do we have? There's like, it's a cast. There is a whole cast of characters in this book, and they all live in like the same kind of like apartment, like house complex. Oh, and then we have Wolfheart, and like nobody like they call him the monster because you never see him, but he's there. And then you have the Worse. It's like WURSE, something like that. It's the dog, it's the hound. There's like a stray dog that lives there. And like Britt Marie wants him out, but like Elsa is like, that's my bestie, like he's not going anywhere. And then next we're gonna go in with some hydrating serum. I do have two that I use. Don't use them at the same time. I only use one or the other, depends on the day, what I'm feeling. Today we're gonna go with the hydrating serum by First Aid Beauty. I'm gonna do this one today, but I do also use the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Glow Serum. Amazing. These both are so amazing. I think this one works a little bit better than this one. This one's more like light, and this one, like, you're washing your face off at the end of the day and you feel it. Like, it really keeps your skin hydrated all day. But it does have a one or two pore clogging ingredients in it. I'll let you guys know, it's never clogged my face before, but the hydrating serum by First Aid Beauty has 0 pore clogging ingredients. So yeah, that's why I still use this one on the regular, because it's never personally clogged my skin, but I do tend to stay away from things that have pore clogging ingredients. So another reason why I love this one. I'm just gonna put a couple on my palm. So yeah, you have the Hound, and then I think that's it. I honestly think that is the whole apartment complex. I could be wrong though. I feel like I'm missing someone, but then I feel like I'm not. So yeah, anyways, Elsa is best friends with her grandmother, and, like, you know, her grandmother taught her this whole, like, secret language that they use, and you know, they're just besties. Like, you know, it's her first grandchild and everything, and Elsa is also, like, so intelligent and witty for her age. Like, she's like very independent for her age, honestly. Like, you wouldn't think she's a 7-year-old. You'd probably think she's like 12 or 13. But nope, she's 7, and she gets along very well with her grandmother. But one day, her grandmother passes away from cancer, and Elsa had no idea, so she's a little upset about it. Like, how could my best friend not tell me she had cancer? But her grandmother passes away, and obviously she's grieving. Elsa's mom is grieving, because, like, that was her grandma, that was her mom's mom, and she was everything to Elsa. And Elsa, like, really felt like she had no friends. Like, Elsa didn't have any friends besides her grandmother. So it's a book about Elsa, the 7-year-old, honestly, like, finding friendships and finding how to be her own person without her grandmother, and learning from different companions, not just from her grandmother. But in the book, Elsa's grandmother does send her on this, like, little, like, treasure hunt of sorts, where she, like, finds letters that her grandma wrote, to have Elsa give those to those people, where she is saying sorry to them. Okay, so really quick, next we're gonna go on to our moisturizer. I use CeraVe. I say CeraVe. I think it's CeraVe. That just doesn't sound right to me. I don't know why. I say CeraVe. Don't come for me. I think it is CeraVe though. But I go in with this moisturizer, and I also go in with this CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion, because it contains SPF in it. But I will say, actually, I think when I'm done using this, I'm actually gonna go buy this, like, just like SPF for your face thing, honestly. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna put 1 pump of that, just dab it on my face. And then, like I said, I have very dry skin, so I like to literally put this everywhere. Also, people, moisturize your neck. I did not know that I needed to do this for, like, the first 21 years of my life, but it's very important. So yeah, anyways, so she slowly starts finding these letters and giving them to people, and, you know, all these people that her grandma is saying sorry to are people that live in this, like, house. And so Elsa had really never, like, gotten to know any of them on a deeper level. So with these letters, she's starting to get to know her neighbors, and just, like, honestly, like, the stories and how they all connect to each other is, like, incredible. Very emotional. Like, all these people have, like, emotional backgrounds, in some type of way. Like, they're gonna get you emotional. But it was very beautiful because they all like end up being like someone for Elsa to look up to, and someone for like Elsa to have a friend, someone to turn to. And she also learns a lot about her grandma in this process. You know, like obviously she knows her grandma from what like her grandma has shown her, but talking to these people she learns, oh my god, there was so much more to my grandma that I never knew, that she never told me about, that my own mom never told me about my own grandma. So yeah, she is just learning a lot about her grandma, and this story is just so funny, so emotional. I literally kid you not, I don't know if you guys can tell by my annotations, I tabbed quite a lot. A lot of these are like either like emotional scenes or me just literally like laughing my butt off. And then just like quotes that you honestly like just related to so much. This book honestly goes through so many life lessons. It was incredible. Yeah, overall I love this book so much, and I seriously highly recommend it to everybody. Even if literary fiction isn't your thing, I say give it a try. Like, this book was honestly so good. Like, I will never not think about this book. So yeah, that's the end of the review without spoilers. So I'm gonna start getting into spoilers. So if you want to stay for the spoilers, yay. If you don't because you want to read the book, then bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay guys, we're gonna get into the spoilers, but honestly I think I want to get into the spoilers from the topic discussion section. I was reading these when I first finished this book and I thought, wow, this is amazing. You guys, we're not done getting ready. So yeah, let's do the topic discussions. We're getting real deep in here. Okay, so the very first thing is, my grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry, begins with the pronouncement. Every 7-year-old deserves a superhero. Page 1. Do you agree? Why is it so important that children have heroes? Who were your heroes when you were a child? Yes, I definitely agree. I definitely think a 7-year-old, and honestly anyone at any age, deserves to have a superhero. I feel like that's really important because everyone needs someone that they look up to, and can turn to for advice and things like that. And yeah, I think Elsa's grandma was definitely her superhero, but I feel like she found a lot more with Alf, Wolfheart, even the dog, and yeah. But who are my heroes when I was a child? I think at 7 years old, I don't know, I want to say probably my dad. Yeah. Okay, question number 2. By the way, lastly, gotta put on some hydrating spray because again, I am a girl who has severely dry skin. So I do use 2, you know, for different occasions. Not really, just whatever I'm feeling like grabbing that day. So I do have the Clinique Moisture Surge Base Spray, love. And then I do have the Future Wise Slug Boost Hydrating Mist. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna, you know, let's do this one today. Okay, question 2. Names play a significant part in Elsa's grandmother's stories. How do the various kingdom and heroine names from the land of Almost Awake, Miamas, Miploris, Mimovas, Wolfheart, the Chosen One, the Sea Angel, etc., inform your understanding of Granny's story? Do you agree with how their real-world counterparts were portrayed in the stories? Yes, I absolutely loved and adored. Her grandma really just like came up with a different type of like fairy tale for Elsa that just made it seem so real. Like the different like cities that had like these different names, and yet those cities all represented something, like to love, to laugh, like all of that. Like I seriously loved it. And I think it was so fun and so creative, and like that was amazing. And I honestly do think that it did provide like a very easy understanding of her grandma's fairy tales. Question number 3. Elsa's mother grew up in a non-traditional family environment. Do you think this influenced her parenting style with Elsa? In what ways? Honestly, yeah. Okay, by the way, we're about to clean my ear piercing because she's not healing, and it literally makes me so upset. I'm like, can you heal already? Okay, so yeah, obviously Elsa's childhood was way different than I mean, Elsa's mom's childhood was way different than Elsa's. Like, her mom wasn't there, her dad passed away when she was 12. You know, Britt Marie was like pretty much her like caretaker when her mom wasn't home and all that. So yeah, I definitely think that her growing up definitely played a part in the way Elsa grew up. You know, like, even though like her mom also followed in her mom's footsteps of being a doctor, she still was like there for Elsa. And obviously Elsa had her dad too and everything. And yeah, I don't think that her mom ever wanted Elsa to feel like she wasn't there for her, because that's how she felt growing up, basically, because like her mom was never there. Alrighty, and I think this might be, oh, I just cracked my neck by accident. I'm not supposed to do that. Okay, this might be the last question that we're gonna do, but Granny's polarizing figure in My Grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. Describe the way each of the characters reacts to her. Do you think their opinions of her are justified? Why or why not? What did you think of Granny? Do you know anyone like her? I love Granny. I thought Granny was literally so funny. She had me dying. I definitely do know someone like Granny, and it is a family member whom I love and adore so much. I just like, and she's a Sagittarius, the one that reminds me a lot of Granny. You know, they're so like loud, they don't care what anyone thinks of them, they're so real, they're gonna call you bitch, but smile and laugh when they say it, you know, or not, you know. So yeah, I really loved and enjoyed Granny because I have someone like her in my own life, and that person is literally everything to me. So now we're gonna go in with the hair. We're gonna spray some. It's a 10. So yeah, I literally loved Granny, but I obviously think, you know, Granny wasn't easy. She also was very opinionated and very loud. And maybe some of those characters didn't take that too well because they just didn't vibe, and that's fine. Like obviously Britt Marie and Granny didn't have like the best relationship, but I also feel like that probably stemmed from a little bit of jealousy on both of their parts, because, you know, Britt Marie adored watching Elsa's mom, and, you know, she always wanted children, so I think she might have been like jealous of Granny for having that child, and then maybe Granny was jealous of Britt Marie because she spent more time with her daughter than she did. Okay, so, and then I went in with a Redken One United. It's like an all-in-one kind of spray. I already sprayed it on myself because my camera did overheat. So anyways, yeah, I just think that Granny had a very loud personality, and some people didn't know how to handle it, and probably, you know, they didn't really mesh well with Granny, but at one point they did, and that's really all what matters. I think at one point they did, and they all had love for Granny. I think they all had love for one another, but life happened, and that kind of just like pushed people away from each other, and that's why Granny wanted to say sorry to everyone. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Let me know if you guys have read it, those who stay for the spoilers. And what did you guys think about it? I definitely want to read more Fredrik Backman, and I think Britt Marie is going to be my next Fredrik book. I don't own Britt Marie Was Here, but I do want to buy it very soon. I do own Beartown, which I hear a lot of people love. Also, oh my god, sorry, I went in with this Redken Acidic Bonding Leave-In Conditioner. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review. Anyways, my battery's dying and it's frustrating. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully see you guys soon. Bye!